Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here on Sam's Crafty Castle. So today I'm here with something kind of fun. It's this new card challenge I found out about. I shouldn't say new, it's kind of new, but like in the last year or so it's new. So it's called Kendra's Card Challenge. You can find it on Facebook, and she has a website and a YouTube channel, and I will try to remember to link all of that in the description below, which I should be able to do because I'm planning on uploading this as soon as I finish this voiceover. So as soon as I get this there will be a link down in the description below. But basically the idea is you take 6 sheets of pattern paper, and she gives you the guide to cut them, and from that you get 15 card sketches, and you get to make 15 cards. So it's basically like a one sheet wonder times 6. Now I have more pattern paper than I know what to do with, and I found out about this challenge in July. No, now is July, in the end of May, and I did the last one, which was challenge number 6, and now this is challenge number 7, and they are quarterly, so they run for 3 months. So this one is July 1st through September 30th that it runs. And she has all kinds of fun giveaway prizes, and she has, I think this time she's got like $400 in prizes, I think she said. So she has however many prizes that are donated by company sponsors to give away for people who complete all 15 cards. And then you can also enter individually, and you get a handmade card from her and an additional 8.5 by 11 one sheet wonder. And I was actually lucky enough to win one of the individual prizes last time, and so I got a very, very nice card from Kendra, and I got this cool printable, which honestly I haven't looked at the printable yet, but I definitely need to take a look at that, and maybe we'll do another video on the printable too. So one sheet wonders have been a thing that have been on my list to try for a very, very long time, and I have a ton of 12 by 12 pattern paper as well, and that was why I always wanted to try them, but I just never did. And this one caught my eye because it is a one sheet wonder and comes with the card sketches, and you guys know I love my card sketches. So this challenge is right up my alley. Challenges are my jam, plus the one sheet wonder, and getting me to use up some of this pattern paper that I have in my stash that I'm not very much of a pattern paper person, and I have a lot of it, and a lot of it's very old, and I would like to go on with it, I guess. So this video is a little different because I am doing 15 cards, and I tried to do it in under 15 minutes, and it's a little over 15 minutes, but it works. So I'm gonna you're gonna watch me just glue together all the cards. I've put all of the sketches in the corner. You saw a little clip of me earlier cutting up the cardstock, but I didn't show all of that to you because, first of all, I'm very bad at it, and second of all, it's hard to film with just my setup. It's hard to get the camera to show all of the detail of that. So I just went through and just took me gluing all together the cards, so you miss all of my obnoxious planning and trying to figure out what I was trying to do, and all the trial and error and getting these to look the way they do in the end. As far as the design elements, because again, you cut the pieces, you get the sketches, but everything else is up to you. So I wanted to obviously continue the Christmas in July theme, so I chose to use the Gina K Design Sparkling Christmas 6x6 pattern paper pack, and I just picked 6 sheets out of it that I liked and kind of thought would work well together, and cut them up following the directions. So if you're a smarter person than me, you can do it so that you kind of can coordinate the papers a little bit better. Take a peek at the sketches and then look at what papers those particular sketches are coming out of and see if you can match colors. This is why I like to use 6x6 pattern paper packs, because it pretty much whatever I pick, it's all going to go together for this challenge. And I do think she said, I heard somewhere in one of a video that she did, that If you actually use an entire 24 sheet 6x6 pad, because most 6x6 pads have 24 sheets in them, you can make something like 60 cards, which is crazy. I made 15 Christmas cards, and just from what I've made this month alone, including this challenge, I probably never need to make another Christmas card for the next 20 years, because I just don't have that many people I send Christmas cards to. So it's a great way to build up your stash. I know, having done the last challenge, that helped me out a lot because I was able to get a bunch of birthday cards back in my stash, which I had been running severely low on. I also was able to get a few sympathy cards together, a few thinking of you, anything and everything I have back in my stash now, which is nice because I was getting a little iffy there for a while. I wasn't quite keeping up with how quickly I was sending things out, so it's nice to have my stash back, if you will. What else did I want to say about this? Okay, so tips that I learned, because now this is my second go round. I had actually filmed the first go round and planned to turn it into a video, but my first go round was a little messy because I didn't know what I was doing. So I wanted to give you guys some tips of things. Oh, this is one I can't find the video of me putting this one together, so you just get this picture of it, but you still get the idea. So I wanted to give you some tips that I learned in my first 2 times tackling this challenge, and I will definitely be doing this again. I have a feeling I'll probably do another video too, because it's a really nice, annoying to edit, but really easy video to film. And again, I'm on this mission to use up my pattern paper, and filming it will make me even more motivated to do it. So there you go. You can also enter, I don't think I said this, you can enter the challenge by going to her Facebook page and uploading your photos to the albums, and I talked about the prizes. And basically, yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do to enter. You can also email her if you're not on Facebook. She does have an email, Google form thing that you can fill out to submit for the giveaway, so you're not excluded if you're not on Facebook. And I think that's everything. Now on to tips and tricks. So, my biggest tip, speaking of tips and tricks, I did this over 2 days, so I wanted to show you that really quick, which is basically just, I have a bunch of those mesh zipper bags from mine are all from Simon, and I just kept everything in there so that I had to put it away, and then I had to bring it back out, and it made it nice and easy. I pre-selected stamp sets. Last time I used a kit, so last time I used one of the Gina K Designs kits, the watercolor spring kit, and so I just used everything that was in the kit, pretty much. Eventually, I did end up bringing in some different greetings because I got a little bit tired of the ones that I had, or had out in the kit to use, so I did eventually bring in some different greeting sets, but other than that, that's what I did. So great thing if you have that kit or some other kit from some other company. Great way to use this kind of stuff. So, my other tip is keep your stuff organized after you cut it. Keep your paper pieces organized after you cut them. Because my first challenge in the one that I did in June, whenever that was, that one, I just kind of laid everything out on my table, put sticky notes to label each one, and everything got so messed up. So messed up. So my big tip to you is to make sure you organize your paper pieces in a way that's maybe a little more contained. Sorry. So I learned from my mistakes this time, and I made sure to better organize all of my paper pieces once they were cut. So I took them and put them in little plastic baggies kind of things, just to keep them all a little better organized. And I will admit, I think we may have already seen this card, though no, I'm not for sure. Oh yeah, we definitely already saw this card, but there's one card where it doesn't exactly match the sketch because my measurements were still off, because I am not a good measurer. I really need to get better about relying a little bit more on my dies and things. Obviously I can't for this challenge because part of it is all in how you cut up the paper, but in general, my card making, I need to rely a little bit more on my dies for my mats and things than I do, because I'm just not a good measurer, and not everyone is, and that's okay, because still, even though I'm not a good measurer, for the most part, these cards still come out really great. The other thing you should remember is to actually use the pieces that you pull out for your cards. I went through my box of random shapes and die cuts and things that I had to pull out colors and things that I thought would work with the colors in the paper pack. And I never used them because I forgot I had them. But that's probably my fault because there was like a week in between filming sessions for this video, and I probably just forgot all about it. So that was probably all my bad. But yeah, that's my other tip. And then tip number 3 is just, if you can, just keep everything together, kind of like I did with that mesh bag. Because it helped a lot to have sort of separate stamp sets picked out. So I had gone through and found a bunch of Christmas stamps because I knew I was going Christmas themed that I thought fit the vibe of the paper pack and would work really well for what I was doing and match sort of the theming I was going for, which I ended up not having as many stamp sets as I thought I did to match this like sort of vintagey Christmas theme that I was trying to go to with these, but it worked out in the end. It was all good. Here's my other tip. So make sure you pick a few, like 1 to 2 out of your 6 patterns that are not really big bold patterns, because that was one mistake I made the first time, I think, is that I had too many bold patterns and not enough subtle patterns. So like then when they got paired together, it was a little bit much sometimes, and then it seemed like the subtle patterns, there was nothing massive going on with them, and then the big flashy patterns were all combined together. So this time I kind of picked slightly more subtle patterns in a lot of places, a few extra sheets of subtle patterns just to help me out. And that part of that could be because I don't use pattern paper all that often, so it's a little uncomfortable at times, which is not a bad thing. It just means we need to work on it. So, or I don't even know if we need to work on it is the right word, but you get the gist. I need to get more comfortable with it, which just means I just need to keep using it, basically. And now that I found these challenges, I think I'm going to be using a lot more of my pattern paper. So, also, some of these sketches are brilliant as far as layout goes. So it's definitely a lot of fun. I think I honestly have been printing and then embarrassingly enough throwing away the printed copies of this. This is only the second one I've done though, but I'm kind of tempted to start printing them and like putting them in a binder. Not the cards, the like sketches, because a lot of these sketches are really good and a lot of these layouts I really, really like. So I might do that. Also, the photos that I show in the corner of each sketch are just from the Facebook group, from the album covers of each individual sketch. I don't think I said that before, and I meant to. So, I did not make those. Kendra made them, and I just downloaded them off Facebook. So, but at least you can kind of see the sketches. The other big thing is, I know some challenges are like, you have to stick exactly to the sketch, and you cannot vary from it. This one's not like that. Kendra's fine with you using your sketch as a starting point and then going from there. There's one card that we saw earlier. We're almost done. This is number 14, so we only have 2 left. And number 15, I walk you through, or you'll see more of the actual process just because it's a different layout. And it just made more sense to show you more of the actual process of that one than some of these other ones where I could just show you me putting them together. So, but yeah, you're free to make any variations. There was a card earlier with the Christmas tree card, where if you look at the sketch, the pattern paper is supposed to be going in the front, but I really like that Christmas tree, so I wanted it to go in the back so that we could see more of the Christmas tree. So this is the last card, so I'm just going to wrap it up here, and I hope you'll take the time to check out Kendra's card challenge, and don't forget to tag her on social media if you do, and post your photos, and all that fun stuff. But I hope you'll check it out. I'll link the Facebook group and her website down below, and I will try to remember to link her social media as well. And I'll have all the stamp sets and everything I used linked down below too. Obviously, you didn't see much of it this time, but just in case you saw something you might like, they will be affiliate links, and if you use them, I do get a small commission from you using those links, and I thank you so much for your support if you do choose to use them. If you don't, no big deal. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and then I will just put some little music underneath to wrap this up. And I'm really awkward today, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I will see you again soon. Have a crafty day.